Alright, so stop me if you've heard this one before. Mozart, Giovanni from Pokerman, and Bob the Tomato from VeggieTales all enter a bar, and the bartender says, okay, the only way this is going to make sense is if we do more Katawa Shoujo. So that's a good one, right? A Night of Restlessness is that's the first fucking line! Last episode, Emmy was sick. We visited her. Found out we're in love. Turns out, we don't know if she's in love. Love sucks. A Night of Restlessness has left me feeling fairly groggy this morning. Yeah, you try saying that sentence the way I'm saying it, and then talk to me about how much I suck at reading. The events of the previous day keep intruding upon my mind. The memory of how Emmy felt against me. The memory of our wrestling match. Sex. And most bothersome, the memory of her nightmare. She was in so much pain. Can't stop wondering what it must be like for her to wake up with nobody there. I don't know, you do it every day. The shower shocks me awake with hot water. Awake but still worried. What will happen today? Will things just go back to normal? End of the episode, back to status quo? There was a connection yesterday, something that nearly pushed us past the boundaries of normal friendship. Would that have been so bad? My mind goes back to the look in Emmy's eyes after our pillow fight. It almost seemed like she was daring me to go on. Almost. But I can't know for sure. Anyway, the track captain's probably first in our affections. But even as I say that, my mind is already snorting derisively. I don't know what that means. My mind's already snorting derisively. I'm just looking for an excuse, a reason for everything to go wrong. A reason to not try. It's not as if I've seen the two of them together outside the track practice. And clearly he's never visited. Emmy said as much herself. If they were close, surely he'd visit. I'm such a wuss. I ought to go for it anyway. Damn the consequences. That's what Emmy would do, I think. Hell, I know that's what she'd do. Which is partially why I'm convinced there's no interest on her, and she hasn't acted either. Maybe because of the track captain, it's possible she's got a bit of an unrequited crush thing going on. But who would be able to clarify their relationship? It sure as hell can't be Emmy. She's probably just laughing, that's why I wanted to know. I'm not ready to answer that yet. Rin would probably just give me some cryptic answer or something. And then with my luck, she'd just ask Emmy, who would ask me why I wanted to know. And I've already covered that problem. I wonder. Could I get away with asking the nurse? He seems pretty protective of Emmy. I'm sure he'd know if something was up. And he owes me for not letting Emmy know he forgot to tell me about her being ill, so he'll keep quiet. So if he asks me why I want to know, though... What if he asks me why I want to know, though? I can't shake him off. Just say I'm curious as a friend. He'll buy that, won't he? Of course! That's settled then. After the run, I'll talk to him while Emmy's waiting outside the office. There's no sign of Emmy when I arrive at the track. Is she still too ill? I decided to give her 10 minutes. I'm a little early, and she was ill yesterday, so if she takes a while to show up, it shouldn't be surprising. Still, I hate to just waste my time, so I occupy myself by stretching and pacing back and forth anxiously. What if I went too far yesterday? What if she doesn't come because she's embarrassed? What if... You're early again, Sal. I'm impressed. Just like that, I feel some of the tension leaving my body. Emmy seems to be bright and cheerful as usual, and with no sign that she even was ill on the other day, much less had a less than restful sleep. Still, I have to ask. Sleep well last night? It's just a throwaway question, small talk. The sort of thing people ask someone they bump into the cafe while getting their morning coffee. But not for us, at least not for me. I don't know if Emmy realizes that I'm actually concerned about how well she slept last night, but the question does give her a pause. After a short moment of what seems like her genuinely pondering this, she nods. Yep, sure did. Was it because of me? Did I actually help? Or are you just saying that to get me to stop asking questions? Good to hear. Emmy grins and begins warming up. So, ready to begin? Am I ready? Of course I'm ready. I was born ready. Emmy laughs at my bravado, and we take off running. I keep a steady pace the whole time, breathing steadily. I still feel dead at the end, but at least I don't gasp like a fish out of water now. Emmy is positively beaming after the run today. Nice job, Hisao, you're improving. You'll be half as fast as me in no time. This last line is delivered with a teasing grin that I've grown all too used to. Oh, how exciting. Emmy begins to run her sprints while I take a cool-down lap. She's really pushing herself today. Probably because she didn't do anything yesterday. By the time I'm done with my lap, she's laying across one of the bleachers looking exhausted. Goodness, not pushing it a little too much today, are you? You did just have a cold, you'll recall. Emmy gives an annoyed snort and sits up. Bah, I'm just trying to make up for lost time, that's all. I went twice as hard today, you know. A good run always gets the kinks out, you know? Clears the mind, too, you know? Oh? Emmy nods vigorously. Yep, it's a great outlet for that sort of thing. She does not explain further, and I don't ask. I suspect I know the real reason she went so hard today. Being sick had nothing to do with it. Something's bothering her. Maybe the nightmare, maybe something else. But it's not my place to pry. She'd tell me if she wanted to know. I'm sure that comes in handy. You have no idea. The sincerity in her voice confirms my suspicion. The problem is, even though I know she'd tell me if she wanted me to know, I still want to know. Something on your mind, then? Emmy doesn't seem surprised by my question. Instead, she shrugs. Nah, it's nothing worth getting worried about. She seems as if she's trying to convince herself as much as she's convincing me. I open my mouth to ask if yesterday is responsible for her current state of mind, but think better of it. Too much risk on her taking the question the wrong way. Besides, I'm not even sure myself what to think about yesterday. Really, I can only get about as far as how it felt to have Emmy sleeping next to me before my brain shuts down. Having her before me now, covered in sweat and looking wryly at me, she's making it difficult to think. Yeah, I hear you. You better hurry to see the nurse. We're running short on time. Aren't we always? Emmy laughs at this, a dry chuckle that seems most un-Emmy-like. Too true. For a brief moment, she looks old, worn down by something old hurt. She looks old, worn down by some old hurt. But just like yesterday, I can almost see her shouldering the burden and straightening up slightly. And then she's back to being Emmy again. Come on then, Hisao, race ya. With a sudden smile, she darts off. Motherfucker. I take off after her, knowing I won't catch her, but not caring. Even if there's no chance of catching her, I'll still run after her. Emmy's waiting for me at the door as I arrive. Well, look who's finally shown up. Yeah. Enjoy your victory while you can. Emmy grins as the nurse pokes his head out of the door. Oh, there you are. Come on in, Hisao. In what has become a familiar routine by now, he checks my blood pressure and my heart rate. Bit fast today, isn't it? Yeah, I kinda raced at me here. The nurse laughs. That's never a good idea. He leans in to whisper to me in a conspiratory manner. I don't know if you've heard, but Emmy's a bit of a track star. I reel back in mock surprise. Really? She never mentioned it before. The two of us share a laugh. Did she do okay today? Cold seemed to bother her. Why don't you ask her? He rolls his eyes in exasperation. Of course I'm going to ask her too, but she'll tell me what she didn't have any problems, regardless of whether or not she did. So I'm asking you, because you're her friend and would probably tell me if she had trouble today. When he puts it that way, it makes a lot more sense. She seemed pretty good today, if a little more tired than usual. was already feeling better when I dropped by yesterday, so I'm not that surprised. The nurse nods, though I notice he tenses slightly when I mention yesterday's visit. Well, that's good to hear. I figured it was just a 24-hour thing. Emmy tends to recover quickly from colds and the like. Hey, speaking of Emmy, are she the track star, or the track captain? Well, you know. A look of suspicion crosses his face. Why do you ask? Just they seem kind of close, and I was just curious, you know? And I'd never ask her because that would be kind of embarrassing. So far so good, now to really sell it. Besides, I bet they'd make a cute couple. The nurse laughs. Well, I don't suppose you're the first to think that. But I think I can say with some certainty that the two of them will never do anything like that. Certainty? Yep. Not that I can tell you, of course, confidentiality and all that. I bet he's gay. He's gotta be. There's no other way. Unless they've already dated. Okay, maybe they've already dated, but then that would have been said. I think he's gay. Yeah, right. You're just like holding a secret over my head. That too. Right, get out of here. I'm a busy man, you know. I roll my eyes at his last statement and head out the door, motioning to Emmy to go in. The whole time I'm trying to keep from doing this celebratory dance. The two of them will never do anything like that. It's precisely the sort of thing I wanted to hear. I'm half tempted to make some sort of a move on Emmy right now, but I think the nurse would probably disapprove. Besides, I still don't know exactly how Emmy feels about me. I mean, it's obvious that she cares about me as a friend, but something more than that can't be certain. Even so, I can't help but feel hopeful. I just need to figure out a good time to tell Emmy exactly how I feel. That puzzle should keep me occupied for the rest of the day, at least. The rooftop is completely deserted. Normally I could count on Rin to be up here before me, but she's strangely absent. I wonder if she decided to accompany Emmy to the cafeteria for once. She seems pretty unlikely, but it's all I can think of right now. Part of me wants to go look for Rin, but a far larger part of me is too pleased with the way the sun feels on my skin to care. Ah, that good old feeling of cancer. I pick... Ugh. I'm sorry. Baby bar. I pick Eily at my lunch while I wait for Emmy and Rin to show up. It does not take long for me to hear the sound of someone coming up the stairs. I wait until the door opens to open before talking. Wait until the door begins to open before talking. Took you long enough? Keeping me waiting for you, honestly? Two of you are... Huh? Well, that's odd. The only person standing in the doorway is Emmy, who looks mildly confused. What do you mean, huh? It's me, you know, Emmy. We run in the mornings. She grins and I feel my heart jump slightly in my chest at the sight. Yeah, I know that. I'm just confused. Where's Rin? Emmy's grin is replaced by a rather guilty-looking expression. Yeah, about that. I kind of, sort of, gave her my cold. Oh dear. Am I at risk too? It would make sense after all. Emmy and I were in close contact the other day. So what did she and Rin do that got her ill? Sex. Steady on, lad. Don't go down with that road. Rin's just probably got a worse immune system than me. Nope, just gay sex. Emmy seemed shocked by my comment, like she hadn't considered that before. I hope not. I feel terrible if you get ill because of me, Hisao. Oh man, I think I feel a fever coming on. Emmy looks horrified and then quickly shifts into a more angry expression. Hisao! You stop getting sick this instant. I won't have it. Impulsively, she seizes me by the collar. You listen to me, Hisao's immune system? Get your ass in gear. I give a smart salute. Duly noted, ma'am. Emmy steps back and nods, satisfied. Good. You are not allowed to miss any of our morning runs after all. But you missed a morning run. Emmy crosses her arms and looks at me haughtily. Yes, but that's a special case. It was me and not you. It's not an explanation at all. Emmy looks flabbergasted. You're kidding, right? That explanation makes perfect sense. No, it doesn't. It's a blatant double standard. I don't see what that has to do with anything. Oh, fine. Emmy seems pleased by her victory. Anyway, is Ring going to be okay? She's not terribly ill, right? Emmy shakes her head. Nope, she'll be fine. I got her some cold medicine that should help her. Although I probably should have made sure she didn't try to take them all at once. She's done it before, you know. Somehow I don't find this all that surprising. I doubt Rin is one to pay attention to maximum dosages and such. You should probably check in on her later, then, just to make sure. Emmy shrugs. I'll stop by after practice. She'll be fine until then. I nod, figuring that line of conversation is over. The only problem is I don't know what else to think about. So, got any more track meets coming up? This is a terribly roundabout way of trying to see if she's free on the weekend. If she's free, then maybe I can ask her on a date or something. Well, assuming I can get myself to actually form the words. Emmy shakes her head. Nah, not for another couple weeks, I think. The season's winding down. Oh yeah, I came in right in the middle of things, didn't I? Does that mean exams are coming up soon? I should probably look into that. What do you do on weekends if there's not a meet? An eyebrow goes up and Emmy gets a teasing look on her face. You're awfully inquisitive today, aren't you? I shrug and hope it looks casual. Just making conversation. I don't know what it's like to be a track star after all. Flattery. She waves a hand idly. I'm not actually that good, you know. You just so happen to see me on a good day is all. You liar. Yeah. But humility is the sign of a good athlete. At least that's what my dad used to say. She shrugs and tries unsuccessfully to hide the rather troubled expression her face has taken on. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Emmy starts to deny it and sighs in defeat. I wonder if she's too tired from being sick to get herself to deny it like usual. Or if she actually just trusts me enough at this point to open up. Well, you remember last night? This is a good spot to start, or pause, because now we're on a cliffhanger. Thanks for watching, everybody. Fuck you.